Hey guys, Tonester back. Ace Tanker for you today in the 2 T26E5. Doggone, I can't say that. We're going to call it the Patriot because that is the skinned version and it's easier to say. But as you might be able to see, I've got 2 marks on the barrel on this. And one of the things that I think about when I'm looking at what direction I go, well, one is this has a 240 alpha gun, which is not great for trading on heavy side, right? Because we've got really low alpha. The other thing is this thing has great gun depression. There is only one artillery, and we have an Emil with us, and so I feel like, and there's no Emil on the enemy team. I feel like we should be able to dominate this ridge, right? So as we're shooting people in the butt just for kicks on the way in. So I have been working on the 3 mark on this thing because I do have 2 marks on the barrel. But I was kind of casually doing it and ended up working on it really hard last weekend and then this weekend. So it is not easy for me to 3 mark tanks, and this is by no means a 3 mark game. So at any rate, there's this T-42, and he does not have very good armor, and he's put himself in a position that is not good. I've made that mistake before. That location is death, and so you do not want to go there. So the nice things about the Patriot are it's got relatively good turret armor, 270 to 280 effective most places, which is more than enough against tier 8s and below. So we've cleaned this side up pretty well, right? There is a Patriot over here. He had the same idea I did. And you notice Artie has not focused me. My guess is that they were focusing the Emil because he's more dangerous. So we're going to use this dead tank as cover, and oftentimes that can help us to get a free shot on somebody, and then also make their shot hard. You know, that's the whole key. Make their shots hard as they're backing out trying to get away. So I don't feel like pushing in is the direction to go. Even though we're at a huge advantage, we're about 4,000 hit points ahead, and we're 2 tanks ahead currently. So, but the thing is, you end up with all these big tank destroyers in the back that are going to pummel you. So I just don't feel like pushing in here is a great idea, especially with the other side kind of just at a standstill. So, but you know, pushing anywhere, these maps are designed that if you push, you're going to end up taking a lot of damage. So I would rather go defend the other side, personally. A lot of people would push through, and maybe there's more damage to be had doing that. I don't know. But with the Barask alive and that KPZ-07, that thing has a tiny gun, but it's got really good penetration on its gold rounds, and it's also very high DPM. So speaking of DPM, this thing's no slouch. I think I have about a 5.5 second reload for 240 alpha, 230 millimeters a pen on my standard rounds, and I think I'm like, I don't know, 258 or 265 for my gold, 259. So gold rounds don't buy you a huge amount, but they are helpful. 30 millimeters makes a difference on a lot of tanks. So, but we're playing this budget way right now, and that's fine. Trying to decide what I'm gonna do here. I've got a Scorpion that is lit behind me, but I've got this Astron that I asked to come with me, and the reason I asked him to come with me is these low health targets, really easy for him to get some cleanup here, and suddenly it's pretty close on the HP, and we're actually down tanks. So I'm kind of glad I came back. Let's clean this side up. Anything that's low health that's still alive, let's try and clean up and then try and finish out the game. So there are 2 guys that are low health here, and we do happen to miss the the shot on the IS-3, but he comes out sideways, so don't do that, guys. So I knew that guy was going to shoot, so I kind of turned so my tracks ate it, and then the RD finishes off that KPZ. So I wouldn't say this is like any kind of fantastic game, really. I mean, I got a couple thousand damage, sure, but I know that the requirements to 3-mark this are like, I don't know, under 2,500. So it's not that difficult to get aces in this thing, and it's definitely not that difficult to see 3 marks. I mean, for me it is. It's hard for me to stay consistent, but nevertheless, we're going to go ahead and pick up some assists there, quite a bit of assist, and try and finish out this game. But yeah, if you're looking for a tank that isn't super hard, that's tier 8, this would be it. For me, it's a little difficult to 3-mark tanks. So consistency, just pushing that envelope where you're the guy getting the damage and the assist, but you're not taking one for the team. You're not dying because of it. So here's the S1. He is just actually screwed now. So we're able to take him out, and I don't think we're going to get a shot on the last guy here. So this is still a relevant tank. I didn't think it was, but I was playing it incorrectly. I was going and fighting against all the heavies, and that is not something you can do in this tank unless you are outplaying them. Because if you're too close to them, they'll just pull around the corner and trade 240 for 490, or in some cases, like a Skoda T56, they're going to trade 1,000 damage for you 240. So you got to be really careful of tanks like that and play a specific way. Keep your distance. So let's look at the after action on this. Well, indeed, we did get an ace. I didn't lie to you. 65,000 credits and 2,800 experience for our 2,669 damage, 4 kills, 1,300 base XP, and look at our Object 274A did really well as well with 3,400 damage. So we ended up shooting 21 times, hit 19, penned 14, which is kind of standard in heavy tank play. 1,000 assist, and then 1,300 block by armor, which doesn't seem like a lot, but that's almost our full tank in blocking. So 57,000 credits at the end of the day without a premium account. So appreciate you guys watching. I do have, you're going to get sick of these replays because I have a few more. So anyway, hope to catch you guys next time. Tonester out.